Yeah, it's swirling really good right now. Andrew's got a lot of force on it, and now he just stopped, and now it's completely stopped. So, now she's working.
There, like that's barely working too.
Yeah, that's barely working.
So right there, I'm not touching it now, and it's kinda on, which would be like better than not on when you drive back.
Right? Yeah, it's still on. Andrew's off the ground, so it's still on.
But
how'd you do it? Did you just put it at a weird angle or something?
I just wiggled it and then put it. I don't know if it's gonna stay there, but definitely need a new intercooler pump.
Yeah, that's all right.
I mean, you can hear it. It doesn't sound happy.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Blake again, coming at y'all for another video. I know it's been a while since I posted. I apologize. It's been pretty crazy trying to buy a house, and I've been looking around, and work's been taking a lot from me and stuff, but I've been trying to do some videos for you guys, so I apologize for that. But as you can see, I got the Cobra, the Terminator, up on the jack and jack stands. I'm going to go ahead and I'm putting in the new intercooler pump. If you guys didn't catch my latest videos with Andrew from Mustang Lifestyle, I raced him quite a few times, and the very last run that we did, the intercooler pump went out on this thing, so I got a new one for $60, and gonna see if this will fix it right up. We went ahead and diagnosed the car too that night. He helped me out, so I appreciate it a lot, Andrew, diagnosing the problem. I was able to get the car home safely, which was the biggest thing since I was over an hour away. So got a new pump. The tire I actually can't take off because I can't find the wheel locks for this thing for some reason, but it's not too terrible. So I pretty much have everything already set up. All I gotta do is pretty much yank the hoses off and the electrical connector, and then take 10 millimeter bolt, pop it right off, and it should slide in and out. So I'm gonna go ahead and get right to it. I do apologize, guys. I'm gonna do my best to try and show y'all everything. This is a one-man army over here. So like I said, I got all the I got the two hoses clamps pulled back, so I'm gonna try and see if I can twist it off while holding the camera. All right, it's starting to wiggle a little bit. Yep, she's coming loose a little bit. All right, after taking 20 years, I didn't want to use a screwdriver. That was the biggest thing. But it's coming loose. Give me 1 second, guys, and I'll place my bucket and get all the rest of this fluid out, because you will need a bucket. It will drain some fluid out. All right, guys, as you can see, I got the hoses off. I'm still getting some water on me. It's all right. Now all I'm gonna do is, I don't know if you guys can see it up top, there's one 10 millimeter bolt holding this thing in, and the electrical connector. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of those and slide it right out. As you can see, I'm a little wet. All right, guys, so I just got the intercooler pump out, and I don't know if I said it in any videos, but I always assumed that this intercooler pump was original, because I don't know if I said this either, but when we first picked it up over a year ago, the guy that we bought it from told us the story of how he let it sit in a Ford dealership for over a year because there was a huge hurricane that was going to go through at the time. We picked this up around Panama City, and he couldn't take the car with him wherever he was going, so it had to sit in this dealership, and it sat for so long, I just assumed that the pump might have been original. And the whole point I was saying this is because it's a Bosch pump, but it's got the Ford logo on it, and a lot of people say to go with the Bosch OEM intercooler pump, but I'm just saying that this looks pretty old. And I always assumed that. I could be wrong, but I just thought maybe this was the original from when the car was brand new. Car only has 74,000 miles on it, and these only typically last supposedly around 40,000 miles or so. So either way, got it out. I got this new pump ready to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug her in, and see if it works. So be back in a minute. All right, guys, just got it all bolted up. I got all the hoses, the 2 hoses connected, and I got the electrical connector plugged in, bolted down. I'm gonna go ahead and fill the tank up and go ahead and give it a test to see if it works. All right, guys, now Andrew made this for me when I was over at his house, and I appreciate it a lot, Andrew. As this little doohickey right here, you can also get some coat hanger iron, but I'm gonna test the intercooler pump by taking the relay out with this, see if it works. Okay, got that out. All right, boys, let's give her a shot. Can you hear it? It is on, but it's not swirling, so I probably need to put a little bit more water in her. Oh, that was whining real loud. She's definitely working. Get some more water. All right, guys, so I actually had to jack the car up again because this was silly on my part, but I forgot that this pump, how the system works, it's gravity fed. So basically when I tightened up the pump, I didn't have it exactly positioned where the pump needed to be. I had it angled just slightly on accident. So the pump was working, but it wasn't flowing the fluid. You could hear the pump on. It wasn't doing its job though. So what I did was I jacked the car back up, repositioned the pump, tried it out, and now watch. I'll go ahead and sit you down. Let her rip, tater chip. And now as you can see, the pump is working and the water is flowing. So, awesome. This car hasn't been started in over 3 weeks. So, first cold start. Back her up and clean her out. You know what, guys? The 97 is pretty dirty too, and she hasn't started up in a while. And we'll be taking her to a car show coming up, I believe tomorrow, with my Mustang group. So it should be a really fun time. It's for a really good cause. So I'm excited to go out there, have fun, and really support the cause that, you know, while we're doing it. So it's gonna be a good time. But her, definitely her. They both need to be cleaned up. So let's fire up the old gal and take care of her. All right, guys, I just cleaned off the Terminator. Take all dry air and stuff after the video. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. And if you guys made it this far, I want to go ahead and talk about two things real quick. I'm gonna start off with the bad, and then I'll end with the good. So the bad news is the Mach 1 could possibly be shot and done for. Long story short, the car had a cylinder down for possibly a long time. I would have never known. I actually took the car over to VMP, get a dyno test on it just to see what it's putting down before I was going to do anything to it. And that's when I found out some things. I've done a lot of tests on it, and I thought some things were looking out good. It was going to be good. I thought it was something small, but I don't know. It just it was improving a little bit, and then it kind of went back to not being improved. I did multiple compression tests on it, and ended up being really bad, good, bad, bad. So I dropped it off over at a shop, and they're going to take it apart. I'm hoping it's something in the head related, because like I said, it's very weird, and I'll go in depth and detail about it in my next video or a couple of videos from now, and let you guys know what's going on with the car. I don't want to sell it. I prayed about it. I'm not going to worry about it. Whatever happens, happens. We're going to move forward. But if it is something that I can fix, and the car doesn't need a bottom end rebuild or anything, as something in the head like I thought it was, and multiple people think it is as well, I can get it fixed and maybe even do a couple more parts to it. Add a couple more parts to it. So I'm looking forward to that, hopefully. And the good news is, guys, I finally hit 1,000 subscribers on the channel. And I want to say I'm so thankful for you guys for watching, and everyone that subscribed. It really means a lot to me, and it just goes to show that all this hard work that I've been putting in these videos have really been paying off, and you guys generally enjoy them. And I'm not gonna lie, it was a rough year, man. I really thought about just giving up, man. There was a peak there where just nothing was really working out, and things were falling apart, cars were breaking. You know, didn't have the money to really do a whole lot, because this stuff takes money, man. I don't make any money off of YouTube, and the goal is to, you know, eventually probably get there. This is my dream. You know, meeting Andrew and that dude in blue, reviewing my Contour, and all these YouTubers filming and working with cars, two things that I love, and I'm trying to progress and get better at both of those things. It's really paying off that you guys are liking and sticking around for the videos, so I cannot thank you guys enough, and it's really been a blast, and I can't wait to see what the future's gonna hold for the channel and for you guys as well. Like I said, everyone that's been from the beginning has even stayed, and they're always commenting, and just, you know, they love, I love you all too. It's been awesome. So I just want to say thank you guys. So like and subscribe if you're new, please. I'd really appreciate it, and stick around for more videos to come with the Cobras and an update on the Mach 1. Thank y'all.